I have this Ovation oil, and I occasionally do try it out, but I do like to add water to it too. Darn it. My spigot thingy, this thing is where I set my phone. So when you see me not being able to use my water over here, that's why I use that to prop it up. Hold on, prettiest girl. But yeah, I just take like a, not even a lot. And with water, I think it's better. And I'm always afraid I'm going to compress my hair down, like smash it. That's also why I'm not a huge fan of the prayer hands method. I guess if my hair was perfectly natural and healthy like it used to be, I'd be like, okay, it's not as bad. But I feel like I just straightened it out, and then that's it. It's just going to stay like straight. But anyway, it smells so good, this particular oil. Where is this from? I don't know, it's just Ovation Essential Hair Oil. Essential, that's always a good. Let me get my hands wet. I'll fill this cup up, actually. Now, I will say I was talking to my sister recently, and I usually use a lot of hot water on my hair because, well, not because of anything to do with hair, but let me tell you why I use hot water. Well, for one, because when you have hot water, like when the shower, you're resetting. I call it resetting your hair, whatever. The water actually helps you reset your hair. So I always kind of thought, well, if I'm going to style my hair and I want it to stay in XYZ position, I should use hot water. But also because I figured heat, you know, like with bubbles and stuff, adds bubbles. Try it out. Hot water creates more bubbles. Cold water will get rid of your bubbles. So I kind of took it as it's an expansion. So I thought, well, it should expand my curls and help with that. But my sister mentioned hot water will also add to the frizz. So I was like, ugh. So I decided to go ahead, like today, I'm using, this is ice cold, basically. Just cold water out of the spigot instead of hot. I usually take hot water. I'll empty whatever's left over in here. I'll add some hot water, spray it a couple times to get the old water out of the thingy, and then just use this with some hot water and whatever styling stuff, if I use styling product at all. Sometimes I'll just throw some oil on, or just like whatever, some kind of lotion, any lotion, body lotion. I used to do that anyway, to help combat frizz and just make it decent. Back when I didn't have, I don't really have to work for a curl, but nowadays with the damage, and then after I sleep on it, I gotta work to get it like fluffed back up. Now once my hair grows out and is kind of healthier than it is now, that won't really be a problem. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. And then so today, like I said, this is the first time I've used cold water to style my hair, pretty much ever. All because my sister mentioned that hot water adds frizz. So I did all that, and now I'm re-soaking my hair. Yeah, I'm not really soaking it though. And when I dyed my hair, of course, people were like, no, you don't need color corrector at all. And you don't need bleach. So I definitely didn't want to put bleach in my hair. Especially not any longer than 5 to 7 minutes. But I didn't. But anyway, the only reason because my idea was, I wasn't supposed to have red roots, first of all. Let me just say that. My red Ronald McDonald roots, I love and I'm obsessed with, and I'm cool with them. But they weren't supposed to be like that. And so what I was going to do is at least do color corrector, you know, from about right down. Not on my roots, not on my healthy-ish, virgin-ish hair. My outgrown hair. But, I feel like since my roots did end up getting hit, had I used color corrector for the rest of my hair, it would all actually possibly match. Because like I said, we didn't try to get my roots. We didn't. I didn't use foils or anything. So I think as we just laid the hair and flipped it and laid it, it fucking hit it. Now I did purposefully hit a spot right here, but it was to get this main spot, part of my bang right in the front. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I love it. I know it's not perfect, and like, when I know things, I know it doesn't look right. Like when you're a hair colorist person and you're like, oh my god, it's not supposed to be lighter at the top, oh my gosh, I know it must drive you nuts, and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Brad Mondo and everybody else. I'm so sorry. But I really don't mind it. And then like I said, I just think in the future sorry, as I keep this hair and try to maintain it, because I really do love it. I mean, I love red hair in general. I once had like the natural red that's It's like orange. I had that once, and oh god, I loved it. It's so cute. The only thing missing is some extra frecklage. And the main thing was I like how the red brings out the green in my hazel eyes. So, but yeah. As I maintain it, maybe I'll get this lighter, or it's not going to matter in like a year or 10. Hopefully my hair can continue to grow pretty quickly. It has been growing pretty quickly. And I'm trying to maintain the length. Like I said, I don't want to get a trim, but I need a trim. I was taking these really awesome, amazing, I love them. They're from It Works Global Hair, Skin, and Nail Vitamins, which, you know, I don't sell that stuff anymore. But seriously, look into it. And if you need a hookup, I know people. So it took my pixie cut like in 6 months to shoulder length. It was incredible. I absolutely loved it. And I know some people are like, well, that's normal hair growth. Maybe for fucking you, but no, not for fucking me. So now I'm just taking the basic B, whatever it's called, in like your local store, the green bottle with the yellow lid. I'm just taking that hair, skin, and nails on top of my vitamins and stuff that I take normal. And I have noticed the difference, and I want hair to my waist, like uselessly long hair. And I say uselessly because it's like, what's the point? What are you going to do with that besides show it off? And I'm not a styly person, so I'm not going to style my hair all the time. So that's why I think it's probably perfect to me. And it also appeals to me because you walk around with this big long hair for the most part, as long as you're taking decent care of it. And it's like, oh my gosh, look at your hair. You don't have to like constantly have it like this beautiful, perfectly done blonde with all the highlights. You don't have to have a fancy updo, and I don't like fancy updos. So, yeah, I think, I don't know if the video's on here. I actually talked about when I was in high school, I had hair. I mean, it was dark hair, but it was down here. It was pretty long. It did need trimmed. It did need better taken care of. And again, it probably wasn't lack of growth, as they say, but it was more about my ends, and I used to straighten my hair a lot. But anyway, my junior prom, my sister did my hair for me, and she just curled it at home, and we didn't have bangs. We didn't have any, you know, my bangs were down to here. And she curled it, and my hair won't hold. My hair will not hold heat, artificial, whatever, curling iron curl. It just won't. I guess maybe someday I'll try it and get it right. / we did used to curl from the bottom up, and we learned how we were doing it wrong the whole time. So that could have something to do with it. But, yeah, my hair was pretty long, and I remember she had it like kind of half up. Oh, it was so cute. I had my cousin, she let me borrow this little like teeny tiny tiara like thing. Just a teeny one, not like a huge, just like a little, and it was like in the hair piece back here. I don't know, you probably couldn't really even see it typically. But anyway, it was so cute, and I looked really good. But when I think back, I always go, gosh, if I had known, I would have left my hair down. Just natural, other than the fact I knew I was going to be dancing. And girl, when I dance, I dance. So I don't just be like, I'm like going. This one time, this is how we talk to people now, because we don't have humans. Anybody notice that? I was young, and I was at Skateland that we used to have. We don't now. And I remember these girls, they were probably younger than me, sitting over on the wall. Like, oh, you're so cool. You're just sitting there wearing skates, doing nothing. Okay. And I was dancing, doing my thing. On skates, by the way. On skates. It's not easy. So they were like, oh my God, are you having a seizure? Or are you dancing? And I was like, well, if you can gather that I might be dancing, that's probably what I'm doing. Real cool way to think that you're being a smart, you know, people think they can offend you, but they're like down there. And that's all I got to say about that. I love Forrest Gump. So anyway, yeah, if I could go back, and that's how I feel like when I see people, oh my gosh, phone call. When I see people nowadays, they get ready for something and they get all dolled up and fancy. And I know it's because they're tired of seeing themselves their normal way, but I promise you, when you look back in 20 years, you're going to wish to God you looked natural. Because like me, I'm dealing with the skin issue. I piled on some Neutrogena, which I need to get some more Oh yeah, and I need to put it on. This is like a 2-year-old Neutrogena, but I piled it on last night. I knew that was an E, not an I by the end. Right there. Jeans, I get it. I don't know, nutrition, like I'm sure there's something to that. But anyway, AAA Dramera. But anyway, I need to like get another kind and get more. I'm not saying it doesn't work. My face already looks amazing compared to last night. But anyway, you're just going to look back and be like, I had so much going for me. No matter how, too heavy you think you are, no matter how too short you think you are, no matter how too blonde, too brunette, whatever you think you are, I promise you, in 10 and 20 years, you're going to be like, I had it fucking made. I fucking had it. I was gorgeous. If only I had known to do this, and this. And like nowadays, it's so much easier. Like that's what I do. I was 165 pounds, 5'2.25". I always put that in a quarter. And I just thought I was the fattest thing. And let me tell you, girl, like, yeah, okay, I was heavier. I have a stomach and it runs in the family, and I think it's got a lot more to do with sugar levels and of course hormones than anything else. And that's why eating properly for your body is so motherfracking important. And then the thing is, I learned by the time you hit, well, probably like at least your last growth spurt, but by the time you hit like 5, you probably don't need to eat nearly as much, let alone the crappy food we eat that has no nutrition anyway. So I've just kind of figured that, like they say, once you hit like 30, your metabolism, it's not just about your metabolism slowing down. It's about the fact that you're eating a whole lot of crap your body no longer needs. And whether that's because it's not necessarily nutrition and because you're just eating a lot of crap your body doesn't need. So now it has to try to your kidneys and your lungs. Your lungs need to, no, your kidneys and that other thing, the other thing that filters things, liver. I should know. I have fatty tissue liver disease now, and so does my sister. So again, it's obviously got something to do with our genetics somewhere in there. But your body, those are trying to filter out all the crap, and that's like all we eat. And listen, I'm not blaming the government. I could easily, but you know what? Bless the government's heart in a way, because they're trying to feed how many billions of people? I watch The Little House on the Prairie every day now, and I look at it and I'm like, no wonder there was a 1-room schoolhouse. Do you comprehend that? 1 room for all grades, because there wasn't even a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of people in a town. They were supporting like 5 families. They were teaching the children of like 5 families. One school, I couldn't even tell you how many families, and multiple children. You know what I mean? Like, it's this realization you need to like comprehend. But anyway, so it's no wonder they're putting hormones in the food. They're putting chemicals in the food. They're trying to keep us full. They're trying to, and then all these things are actually reacting poorly with our bodies. We become very addicted. People like me, whether it's whatever the reason, I notice when I eat these foods that my whole demeanor changes. I'm a diagnosed, sort of self-diagnosed too, because I basically told my doctor, well, this, and this, and yeah. But I've noticed that, when I don't eat all this crap, for example, I don't necessarily have those mood swings, and I don't get psychotic, let alone in one day. Like, it'll happen in a day, in a few hours. I'll wake up, I'll be feeling normal, I'll start consuming. Yeah, just consuming, because I'm not nutritioning. I'm consuming. And that's it. And especially if it's caffeine and a lot of it all at once. Like, the caffeine I'm getting is time release, and my body's filled with all kinds of vitamins and stuff, so it just makes a huge difference in your life. I'm just telling you right now. And I know a lot of people are like, whatever, and roll your eyes. You go ahead, but in 10 years, you'll look back and you'll be like, hey, you remember that fat redhead bitch that looked like Ronald McDonald? Fuck, she was right, bro. Daughter's socks all over the floor. But anyway, so yeah. I love my hair, and that's how I style it. And I don't know. When people are like, does your hair dry quickly or slowly? I'm like, I don't fucking know. In a way, sometimes it does dry quickly, even now. But it's like, for me, sometimes it's like, but the lengths down here, of course, the unhealthier parts take forever. Even though it seems like parts of my hair dry really fast. Like at the pool, man, for sure. Like I gotta keep a mask or something on my hair if I go swimming, like, and I'm in bleach and put some socks and stuff away, because that is so damaging and just dries my hair out. I gotta pick her on an outfit. She somehow got her jammies the rest of the way off. She is a very smart, skilled little girl. She's a year old. You're in going on 5 months now, right? October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, going on 5 months on the 20th. It'll be 5 months. Yeah, what are you gonna wear? You wanna wear this? Ooh, it's gonna be pretty warm today, so maybe not. Watch your head. We were gonna get her some outfits yesterday, and we were like, you know what? We're gonna wait until Daddy's day off and go to TJ Maxx, because you can pay $15, $16, $17 and get basically three outfits. You get like a top, a dress, and then some bottoms. That can turn into 3 outfits for 1 outfit at Walmart. So, ain't throwing shade, just I ain't being stupid no more neither. Like, fuck that impulsive shit. That's in the wrong drawer. That's Allie's. So, yep, yeah. Thanks for hanging, and please, follow me. Twitter, TikTok, well, not Twitter, I share some videos on there, and I like to try to go check out and see what's going on in the world, because I'm not that person. I don't know. And radios hardly exist. We do have a CD player with a tape deck, though. Probably in your tape deck now. Stretch way the fuck out. We're gonna have to rewind that. I think it was just my eyes. Yeah, Eminem, if you don't know, Google it. It's an older one. Me and my husband have decided that there's not a word you can say that will not bring you to an Eminem song. I mean, and I'm pulling my pants up. I love it. And it's legit. I mean, there's not really, most words you use, though, can bring you to a song. Like, I'm sure there's a song that goes most, but it's more about how you say, like, most girls want the man with the bling bling, got my own thing with the ching ching, or something like that. Yeah, like, it's been a while since I've listened to that, so I think now I'm gonna go play it after I get her dressed. All right, I'm sorry. This was like a 30-second video turned into almost 18 minutes. Peace and love, y'all.